So these district events are supposed to bring together the units to make the whole district stronger. And they're really good at doing that. But the secret sauce to a great district event is oh, hi. I was just looking over my notes for the next district event. In our case, that's camporee. You know what? Let's talk about district events, specifically camporee and Kubarama. So maybe your district calls it different. Could be camporee, could be Scoutapalooza, Kubarama, whatever it is that your district calls it. But I'm talking about that event where the different units in your area come together in one location and have little competitions. Knot tying, cooking, fire building, teamwork, the works. How do we, as unit leaders or just volunteers in general, help our scouts get the most out of those events? It really boils down to understanding what that underlying reason behind the event is. Sure, it's nice to have competitions and it's awesome to be able to whose unit can tie the best knots. To me, it comes down to three things. And if you disagree, fantastic. Leave whatever I left out in the comments down below. But it comes down to team building, fellowship, and honing the skills. In the team building department, a lot of these games are designed so that the scouts are forced to work together. And what I mean, say you have a knot relay where the scouts have to tie knots in an order. So the first scout has to tie a 2/2 hitch, and then the second scout ties a taut line, and so on and so on and so on. Using the 7 knots from Scout Advancement. There are other games too, like the Hot Isotope Challenge, where several scouts have to work together to expand a rubber band around a container, pick it up, and move it. So they have to work together. There's also relay races where, like first aid relay race, one of my favorites. Scouts from your unit work together, teams of 5, teams of 6, and to compete in this relay race where one scout will have to answer questions as far as first aid, and then they'll come out and they'll tag their friend, and now they have to do a fireman's carry, and then the next one will have to do a blanket drag, so on and so on and so on. But it's really about team building, making the scouts work together. And they don't know that's what they're doing because they're having fun. And if you're not having fun, you're not doing it right. But team building is a really crucial area that camporee is really about. Another key area is the fellowship. Now, fellowship can look like different things to different districts. Some districts don't really have multiple units. They may have 3 or 4. In our district, we have about 16 troops, and we may have 17 pending on. But in some districts, they're not that big. So fellowship can really look different to different districts. But ideally, in the course of the event, the scouts or the Cub Scouts will be spending time with other units, getting to know other scouts. Hey, that kid over there in that unit, he likes Pokemon too. That scout in that unit over there, he also really, really likes hiking. Maybe we can go hiking on the weekends together. It's fellowship. It's spending time with the other scouts in your district. This Cub Scout may like Pokemon, or he may like Minecraft or things like that. And those 2 scouts not part of the same unit can develop a friendship together. The big boy scouts, maybe one scout really likes to go hiking and the other one's really likes knots. Maybe they can work together to become greater. You can make connections with all kinds of scouts in your district. And together, we all become better. Scouting is a brotherhood. In the original scout law that Baden-Powell was trying to make, one of the things was, and a scout is a brother to all scouts. I really wish that would have stuck, but it didn't. But the point is still there. Scouts are supposed to be brothers to each other, brothers and sisters. In modern days, scouts are in school. They may not have a lot of friends. Maybe they're picked on in school. But when they go to these events, district events, troop meetings, troop campouts, they are accepted and they are cared for because they are a scout. Because a scout is kind and he's friendly. So yeah, we're going to be kind and friendly to our fellow scouts and really develop that brotherhood inside BSA. What better way to get good at your knots and navigation and fire skills than to compete? That forces you to practice. It forces you to make yourself get good. Plus, other scouts want other scouts to get better. They don't want to sit around and go, oh, well, I'm the best and no one else can touch me. No, scouts really want other scouts to get better. It makes the whole program better. Of course they want other scouts to get better. Practicing for competitions will also improve your unit. I want my units to be really good at cooking. So I challenge them to cooking. We have cooking competitions. Every Christmas party, there's a cook-off. Competitions. Make the scouts better. In my unit, if a scout is lacking in an area, I'll find another scout to partner up with that scout. And the two of them work together and then the whole unit gets better. Scouting is not I. Scouting is we. So naturally, when we work together and practice our skills with each other, we all get better. Okay, so we know why these district events are so great. Team building, honing our skills, creating that fellowship. Awesome. I don't want my scouts to look like fools at these camporees. Let's get ready for a camporee. Step 1. Know when it's coming ahead of time. The best place to know what's coming around the corner, what's next on the calendar for your district, is to attend roundtable. I cannot stress it enough. Roundtable is a fantastic, great opportunity for not only you to get to know other scouters, but to know what's coming in your district. Step 2. Use the prior campouts for scouts to practice their skills. Let me show you what that looks like. Hey guys, April's coming around the corner. That's camporee. It's February. Let's go ahead and start practicing our fire competitions. Let's go ahead and practice our lashings. Let's go ahead and practice our navigation. We got 2 months to get ready. We have plenty of time to take home gold. Use your prior competitions. There's nothing saying we can't, but you got to know when it's coming ahead of time so that you can use the prior campouts. Step 3. Assign scouts based on their strengths. There are 7 knots to the scout advancements. If you have a scout, what I mean by scout is a scout rank, who only really knows a 2/2 hitch and a taut line and maybe a square knot, put them with older scouts who know their bowline knots, their sheep bends, and the clove hitch. That way, your older scouts are teaching your younger scouts, and the younger scouts are learning from their older scouts. it works out fantastically. And they also work together. When we say patrol, what we mean is a group of scouts, not all the members of a single patrol grouped by age. So these district events are supposed to bring together the units to make the whole district stronger. And they're really good at doing that. But the secret sauce to a great district event is allowing scout spirit to be the number one rule. If you are a chair for the district event, my recommendation would be to have an award for the scouts or the unit that shows the most scout spirit. That sets the stage for the entire event that, hey, scout spirit is wanted at this event. So then you're going to have units competing for that scout spirit award. And then the next thing you know, the entire event is nothing but silliness and happiness and jovialness. And scout spirit is reigning supreme. I, for one, enjoy going to an event where the scouts are singing, the scouts are chanting, and the scouts are really cracking it up, showing that scout spirit. That's my favorite thing about scouting. So for those of you that are putting together a camporee or a coverama or a day camp or any district or council level event, make sure that scout spirit is shown by all scouts. Okay, so I've been scouring the internet looking for dad jokes, and honestly, they all seem to fall short, or I've said them already. So I'm going to lay out two, but I want your dad jokes in the comments below. And if you're brand new here, like and subscribe so that you don't miss a future episode, because we're all a part of this community trying to make scouting great, trying to make it something that's we can be proud of. So for my weak dad jokes, have you ever had any bad sausage? Yeah, they're the worst. How do you know if a pig's hot? It's bacon. So as a Scoutmaster, I'm always looking for good Scoutmaster minutes. And I came across this one. And I want to give it to you so that you can use it for your units. And Cubmasters, the Cubmaster minute is a thing. The tiger and the donkey were sitting in the shade of the jungle one day. And the donkey looks at the tiger and says, "Tiger, did you know that the sky is green?" And the tiger looks at the donkey and says, "No, the sky is blue." Then they commenced to argue about whether or not the sky is blue or green. So they decided to go to the wise old owl. The owl listens to both of them, and he looks at the donkey and says, "Of course the sky is green. Tiger, you are not allowed to talk for 1,000 years. The tiger looks at the owl as the donkey is walking away, laughing and chuckling because he won, and says to the owl, "Mr. Owl, I don't understand. We all know that the sky is blue. So why did you punish me?" The owl looks at the tiger and says, "I'm not punishing you because you were right or wrong. I am punishing you because you argued a pointless fact." So the next time you're having an argument, ask yourself, is this really something that I want to argue about? And that is my Scoutmaster Minute. Every time. So as always, guys, go out, have fun, and don't forget to scout on purpose.